Jeremy, how about now? We're work in progressing this thing. I'm messing around with the streaming software trying to go live here, and I think something's happening. See, I can hear me just fine basically all the time. Yo, Sterling's here. What's up, buddy? You can fire up that 3D printer, man. Wait till you guys see what I got printing in the other room right now. Mind-blowing. And it should be pinball related. Yes, you can hear. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. It's Wednesday Fun Day. Completely unannounced time to go ahead and talk some garbage on the internet. Completely frustrated with pinball. Okay. Is our topic for the moment because that's exactly how I was about an hour ago. Evil Dead's kicking butt, man. We're playing. AJ was over here today. We're just playing some pinball stuff. And then I was like, you know what I don't do with Evil Dead? I don't try to bash the hand. And there's an extra ball to be had if you can hit that hand 5 times. It lights it on the right orbit. So I'm like, you know what? I've played all the Evil Dead 1 modes. I got a good feeling on what they entail. Let me just play with the hand, because if I can routinely get into that extra ball, I can get further into the game. So hell yeah. And then me, through a series of 10 games, was unable to accomplish the goal. It was awful. I was thinking of live streaming it to see if I could just get help and suggestions from anybody. My problem was, you hit the targets, which are easy enough to hit, right? The groovy targets on the left, hand starts moving, everything's great. You knock down more targets, get over there, you can hit the hand. The problem is, if you drain, the targets reset. If you hit all the targets reset, then you can't hit the hand again. If you start a mode, then the targets reset. And it's like, and then during the modes, if you hit the targets, they just automatically reset because they're part of the mode. All of this serves to keep the hand unhittable. And then most of the shots that I do off the right flipper and off the sling flipper, I get the ramp or I get the orbit, but I can't get the hand. Dang it. And then, finally I got the hand twice. I'm like, okay, let's breathe. We're going to make this happen. And then the hand parks itself. And it's I can't figure out how to get the hand moving again. There's only one drop target left. And if I hit it, all the targets reset and then I can't get to it again. And it's supreme frustration was just compounding. And I should have walked away, but I was like, no, we're going to figure this out. I'm stubborn enough. We're going to figure out, I'm going to be a hand master in a moment. And then, damn it. So now the way it's coded, right, where you have to hit the hand 5 times, that probably should happen organically across a game. You're playing modes and things, hitting stuff all over, getting into the multi-ball. That's probably the way to get these hand shots. Didn't occur to me at the time. And then, by ball 2, after a couple of multi-balls, maybe then that's when you get awarded the extra ball. So your good game is getting even better. But strictly playing to just try to get a multi-ball, or no, an extra ball, and consistently draining all 3 balls one after the other in pursuit of one extra ball. Oh man, it was awful. Well, thank you for the radio announcer voice reassurance there, buddy. So I'm going to be going live here again on this internet. I think it's what the kids call it, with the folks over at, God, what the hell, what do they call it? I totally blanked on the name of the stream. It's going to be awesome here. Let me pull it up. They have a clever name. Perfect Storm Gaming, dude. That's awesome. I'm going on a gaming stream, you guys. How fun is that? I list my content here as gaming, which, I mean, I guess by all rational accounts it is. But these guys are actual game people. So that'll be fun, arcade 1-ups and classic gaming. So it's what? Not just pinball? Oh man, I was ready to chuck everything in the garbage because I'm I was like Forky in Toy Story 4, just yeet me into the trash. That's where I wanted to head. But I just turned my phone off for a little bit. I watched some Predator investigation videos on YouTube, and I feel better now. I feel better. Something about chasing fat men with erectile dysfunction around a Walmart shoe section when they're there to meet fictional teenagers. I love watching this stuff. And the predatory investigational unit people, they don't let up. They just they followed this one dude. He was 300 pounds. They followed him into a Culver's. And the guy's flustered and trying to buy a soda and buy some French fries. And the dude that was hounding him is would you add an order of Predator pickles to that too? Just messing with this guy. Chris Hansen's a goat at this, right? But he does it very much in a broadcasting professional format. And these guys are just terrorizing these dudes. It's hilarious. It was just great. So put me in better spirits to go bash that hand. And it's occurring to me now, the brilliance behind the Bug and Luke and other Luke creations here, in that to get this extra ball awarded, you should probably actually focus on playing the game, not just bashing the hand, because it just dawned on me that if I had a multi-ball with all the zaniness that's going on, it's probably going to be a lot easier to hit that hand, and I probably should have been trying to do that. But I was like so singularly focused on that Evil Dead hand. Moral of the story, don't take your pinball too seriously. What are you guys doing on a Wednesday? You guys working? I'm off this week. I'm up for some adventure. I got a trip planned that I'm excited about. Can't wait to talk all about it. And part of why I wanted to do this quick unannounced live stream was just to get some more experience with the live streaming setup, because I want to take this show on a road, on a really cool spiritual journey I'm planning. And I would like to involve pinball if I can. But the thrill of it all is going to be adventure. Did chat freeze, or did I scare everybody away? Let me know. All right, who is excited? Raise your hand, Luke. I see a hand coming up already. For Barrels of Sand, we're going to get a release here pretty soon, and I'm hoping Saturday I get to see some more about it. Come to Canada. Dude, I'm down. But what part, right? Pacific Northwest of Canada, awesome, overpriced, crowded. Rockies, Canadian Rockies, Banff, I would totally live in that little town. I even found that little community hospital there and get a little job. I do some northern exposure kind of stuff. I'll just live in Banff and be snowed in 10 months of the year. There's Calgary, which seems like just like Montana, kind of chill. Toronto, right? Although that's basically Detroit, so I don't know if I want that. And then, there's the French-speaking part, the Quebecois. So I don't know, what part of Canada would be good to go to? Probably Toronto, I guess. Be the most, just Midwestern, whatever. So Barrels of Sand coming up on Saturday. Tomorrow, we get to see what the heck the John Wick topper looks like. And if it's guns, how just, sweet justice is that going to be? Need I remind you, we are still waiting on Venom accessories to come out. All right, what's going to come first? Is CGC going to finish the Pulp Fiction LEs? Is Dutch ever going to ship a Alice in Wonderland? Or are we going to see a Venom topper? Which will come first? Pinball at the beach. So now, Spooky Luke, in all courtesy to you, I don't think there will be lines at Pinball at the Beach because the ticket sales are limited to 1,000. And while it didn't sell out this year, the hype that built off that show, monumental. People are trying to get me out to the Golden West Classic in California. It takes place in Lodi, dude. And I've been to Lodi, and the only reason you need to go there is to get your ankle bracelet adjusted. What am I going to do in Lodi? And then February, you got Tampa. Why would you not want to be in Tampa in February? Boulevard Grill, BLT sandwiches, fried predator pickles. Delicious, man. Delicious. So I think we can go ahead and count on Spooky having their next game at Pinball at the Beach. Lines up perfectly with their kind of business plan of releasing games in November, December, getting them out this time of the year, and then going into the main part of their build during the summertime. Just everybody's getting an Evil Dead, everybody's getting a Pee-wee's Big Adventure, everybody's getting what are the other rumored titles that Spooky's doing? Everybody's getting a Batman the Animated Series. Gremlins. Gremlins has to be next, 100%. We'll confirm it here. Oh man, I can't hear any of my sound effects. Hey, let's do this. I'm going to test some sound effects. You guys hear the horn? Whoa, that wasn't the horn. Yo, can you guys hear the air horn? Because that'd be fun, because I could play little sound clips here. We could have fun doing that. But yeah, Pinball at the Beach. That was a good time, wasn't it? I spent the entire time in a pinball tent and also in the pool and also in the ocean. I didn't even make it to a hot tub. I didn't make it to a bar. I didn't make it to the tournament area. I barely made it to my hotel room. I don't even think I ate any breakfast the whole time I was there. I think I just got sandwiches at Boulevard Grill because somebody was always going over there. So of course I'm going to go. I know I ate a bunch of rice. Thank you, Spooky Luke, for that. Appreciate it. All right. So, I was waiting as we got into the fall. after Expo, I was like, all right, pinball news is probably going to slow down. And then for sure in February is going to be like not much going on. But like, it's been like constant, man. Turn the Evil Dead attraction mode topper callouts on so I can mess your stream. Right? You know, you'll probably hear Looney Tunes kick off because I do. That Looney Tunes music plays now during attract mode. I turned the topper attract off because it was scaring my dogs upstairs. Oh, this was fun. Me and AJ were hanging out today because we're besties now. And I showed him what I did with the other Evil Dead topper that came with my game. It is now adorning the top of Pulp Fiction. So Pulp Fiction Standard Edition has a topper now, courtesy of Spooky Pinball. Thank you for doing that, by the way. That was super awesome. So now I got the bougie topper, of course. Look at her back there. Look at Cheryl back there in Spooky Corner. So I got that kicking off. But then I also have over there in Pulp Fiction, I've got the original Evil Dead topper right there. So even Pulp's not turned on right now. But that's how we're doing it. And we'll get that spooky sign in there. There we go. Man, I keep doing this. Maybe they'll sponsor the show. Who's texting me? All right. So we're going live on, God, what the hell? I forgot the name of the show again. Perfect Storm Game. Perfect Storm. The perfect storm of gaming. And that's going to kick off at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. I have no itinerary. I don't know what we're going to talk about, which is great. I hate to prepare. Don't catch me preparing. It's going to be fun. So we'll go see Barrels of Sand. Maybe it's like, what was that? Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. What a weird license. Did anybody see Labyrinth coming, like just out of nowhere? I think you could pull 100 pinball people, or just 100 people in general, and like ask them themes. And I don't know anybody would have said Labyrinth. Okay. You want to talk about Bug Burley? All right. Bug Burley is Bug's alter ego. Spooky Luke somehow was able to view through the timelines of different dimensions, follow the string theories back, and found the female version or female presenting version of Bug from Spooky Pinball. Bug Burley. Yeah. Anyway, I'll just say that she's pretty good, man. She's pretty good. Yo, we got Australia in the chat. What's up, man? Ryan, dude, thanks for joining in on some content here. When are we going to record, brother? This was unannounced, man. I'm playing around. I'm having adventures. I'm having crisis, mental breakdowns. You know, it's a Wednesday night. So I thought, why not preempt my live stream that's going on with Perfect Storm at 8 p.m. with this perfect storm of emotions in my downstairs. And can I just say, like, I had preconceived notions of what Australia was going to be like. And then I just went there, and it's kind of like the coolest place ever. And not only that, the coolest place that I went to in Australia was Perth. Of all, like, nobody goes to Australia. And if you do go to Australia, you don't go to Perth. I went there. And like me and Ryan were just like kicking it, walking down the street to the supermarket, grabbing some food, some craft dinner. What else did we get? I got some from fruit bowls. I got some dog treats made out of kangaroos with like Huckleberry Hound as the mascot for some reason. That was kind of weird. Thanks for the RT2 pay. Yeah, Joe Binkowski. Yes, your Star Wars topper went out today. I got another one out today as well. It's going to Los Angeles. And then as soon as Enzo gives me an address, I can send his out. Well, I got one going to Australia, got one going out to Austria, and I think I got a Canadian one to go out too. Dude, all I want to do is go back to Perth, and I want to go back to Pinjarra, and I want to go back to the skate park, and I want to go back and get a dessert burger from Chicken Treat, because that was thebomb.com. I need to get extra bacon. And I got to ask if they could throw some cheese on that next time. And I think we'll be working with something. Although I want to do the healthy low-carb version, so get it lettuce wrapped. But I'm talking like donut straws, caramel sauce, fried pineapple slice, bacon. That's it, man. I think it's still stuck to my stomach, man. Yes. Perth. Perth was awesome. Although I do need to go back to Brisbane because there is a Bluey indoor theme park experience thing that just opened, and I need to go do that. Impossible to find, and yours a great replica. Dude, you don't need to tell me that, man. I got the dang thing we're sitting up right here. It's amazing, amazing. And so every Star Wars deserves a good topper. There's no other way to get one, so I'm doing what I can, man. I want to go chase Pinjara girls again, man. That was fun. I was in Perth for like 3 days, and it felt like a week. These cheese, bacon, donut straws, caramel sauce, fried pineapple on a sandwich. The culinary scene in Australia is amazing. And now, like, my algorithms are all messed up. I'm getting so much Australian content now. It's like even better Aussie Man reviews, dudes with mullets just being legends, people drinking beer out of shoes, bin chickens. Somebody sent me a video. There was a stingray, and somebody used their finger and like wrote in it and just drew like a penis on it, and it's just like this penis stingray swimming through the water, dude. Freaking amazing. TPR Eric, what's up? Me and my boy Eric, we devastated Busch Gardens. And we rode everything that was open, including the drop tower, walk on, the B&M family coaster, walk on, totally bumpy, super sucks. King Dakar coming down, 2025. We got planes crashing, we got coasters crashing, we got pinball prices and doing the opposite of crashing. We got a used market that's crashing. Oh, goodness. What the hell, man? 2025. There goes the Looney Tunes attract mode. All right, so TPF. I was expecting to go and see Harry Potter. Word is that's officially, it's gone. It's not happening. So, like, what's even going to be at TPF? I'll tell you. Barrels will have a new game. Evil Deads will be there. Like some of them in box probably still if you want to get one. You know, holler at my boy here. Tell him to bring you one. I'll be there, so that's cool. Black and White, Addams Family. That's actually playable, which is fantastic. So that's dope. But we're not going to see any like other new releases, right? Stern ain't going to have a new release next month. So there'll still be Dungeons and Dragons there. A lot of people still trying to play it. Jersey Jack will probably be dragging around Avatar, and nobody's going to care. American Pinball's probably not even going to be there, let alone be there with Week Flipper Barrios Barbecue Challenges. David Fix probably isn't going to be there. That's going to suck. Where's Dave, man? So what does that leave? Like CGC bringing Pulp Fictions around one more time? More P3s to go laugh at? Like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do at TPF? We got to bring the heat is what we need to bring. I think we'll see a Pulp Fiction topper from the Electric Playground. Hopefully that Tony Hawk Homebrew is there. I think Homebrew is going to save the show. So is TPF worth going to? Discuss. I think last year was the year to go. You know, Jaws was still pretty new. There was some Labyrinths there to play. I was there being crazy, giving away T-shirts. I had golden tickets stuck on the back of machines. Barrios was killing it. People still cared about Pulp Fiction then. Looney Tunes at TCM was like awesome. Yo, we got some Western Australian folks in the chat. Dude, that's awesome. G. I don't know who G is, dude. Have I met you? Save Dave. Right? Like, man, is it even a pinball show without Dave walking around? Yeah, and so we're not going to see the new game from AP until maybe MGC, maybe. You know, someone told me Alice in Wonderland will be there. I'll be walking around topless in a Barrios barbecue apron. So MGC, happy to announce that I'm working because I didn't request time off. Joe, I swear no one's even noticed. Type what you want. Who's this G guy from Western Australia? I thought I met all the pinball people in Western Australia. In the WA. I mean, Eric, dude, honestly. Evil Dead, game of the show. It had more hype than anything else. And now there were 8 D&Ds there, so that's probably number 2. Road Trip was road tripping. Oh, maybe this will be another chance to see Road Trip. Will they have implemented any of the fixes that we brought to them at Pinball at the Beach to bring to Ramps Road Trip? RRT. Will you be able to successfully hit a ramp? Question mark. But it sounds like there's going to be like 30 Evil Deads there to play and an exhausted Spooky Luke. But I'll tell you what, though, what they're not going to be doing is lifting glass off, because the entirety of the time at Pinball at the Beach, I didn't see glass off any of those Evil Deads, and I was like there half the time. And when I wasn't there, I was like on my way there or back. Ugh. All right, so what do we got here in Pinball? We're at Evil Dead. Can we get to the next L one already? I haven't gotten my D&D yet. I was playing D&D yesterday at District 1, Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and it was on point. It was just a pro, but I was having so much fun. Monica was having fun. We were killing enemies. The Wharf Dragon, dude. I am going to take my D&D. I'm going to load it with so much Klingon stuff, because listening to... Oh, do I still have it? No, I don't think I do. I taped over it. Come here, tasty traveler. The Michael Dorn, right? Freaking Worf, right? Worf is in the game. Star Trek The Next Generation is in the game because of his voice. And playing at District 1, there was only one other guy there playing pinball, and he was like 5 games away. So like I could hear Michael Dorn, and it's just making me want a Star Trek The Next Generation redone as a new machine, because it's freaking awesome. But like just like hearing those call-outs from a game at launch, perfect, man. All right. Number 10 Evil Dead is the current plan. Number could go up. 10 Evil Deads. Dude, you better bring more. You can make a Jar Jar Binks topper for my episode 3 machine. No, dude, no. God, Jar Jar topper. I'm glad I can finally sit out of Stern now. That prequel crap comes out. Y'all can have it all day. You can have the best code. Ray Day and Elizabeth can do the code personally, and I'd be like, I don't want to go near that Jar Jar tongue, man. Jar Jar Poodoo, dude. I don't want to go through the planet's core. I don't want to hear anything Boss Nass has to say. The battle droids are stupid. Everything about that sucks. And we were so hyped for Darth Maul, and then like he has 2 lines of dialogue in the entire trilogy, gets himself cut in half because he just stands there. Stupid. So stupid. Somebody made me a custom Darth Maul figure that they just cut in half, and so it's just like his 2 halves in the blister pack. Fucking hilarious. The last nap rumor was a 7, 8, and 9. I am so much more in on that at least than even with the casino, even with the Star Wars equivalent of the O.J. Simpson White Bronco slow chase through space. Like even with that, I'm still in, because there's at least Kylo's more compelling. There's fun stuff. There's use of the Force. The way he stops that laser blaster bolt right in the midair. That was awesome, man. That was in the first 5 minutes of the film. BB-8 was fun, right? Sebulba model. No, dude. No. Forget Sebulba. Freaking Watto. That whole movie is just racist tropes. It's awful. Like, ugh, yeah, no trade federation. I don't care. I just don't care. Somebody kill them all. I don't care. But the sequel trilogy, right? 7, 8, 9, all day, man, all day. It was, listen, in its defense, all right, episode 4, 5, 6, 7 was set up. There was a lot of setups in there. And then dude wasn't around to make 8. And so it just all went to hell, subverting expectations. Totally sucked, right? Who's bombing in space? That was so stupid. And then like the best part of that film was when that chick from Jurassic Park yeeted herself light speed through that battle destroyer. Best part of the film. Otherwise, the Benicio del Toro stuff, completely wasted. Why are they doing Casino Royale all of a sudden? Dumb. It was dumb. And then redeemed itself again, but that last one, they brought Palpatine back, they had Star Destroyers. It felt like at least it felt Star Warsy. There was a stupid MacGuffin. There was characters introduced that didn't mean anything. What was up with that dagger, the Wayfinder? That was all dumb, but it was way better than that middle one. Killing Han multi-ball, right? I hate Disney Star Wars. I mean, Rogue One could have been so much better. You know, they filmed stuff in the trailer that never made in the theatrical cut and like looked badass and made us go see it. Who does that? Who shows us art that's not in the final product besides Dutch Pinball Experience, right? When they showed off the Zombie Yeti art that didn't make it into the game. Disney Star Wars ride is okay. And the one in Los Angeles has those blaster cannons that work now, right? The ones that are in the Star Destroyer, they had that recoil effect. and then they turned it off for a long time, and now it's back. So that ride with the freaking recoil, pretty badass. Trackless dark ride. I can't complain about it. It's epic in scope and scale. Even if it drops into B mode occasionally, it's like such a great ride. I still haven't seen Skeleton Crew. I don't know anything about it. Killing Han multi-ball. I do like Rise of the Resistance ride. Yeah, dude, Rise of the Resistance is awesome. Especially with when they did single rider for a little bit, they would take it to a backstage area, and then you just walked out of a door onto the deck of the Star Destroyer. It could just be that, man. Imagine if like that part of the ride where you walked out and you were on the Star Destroyer in the shuttle bay, if that was just a restaurant and you could just go in and sit down and have food in that room. Fucking awesome. The whole place would smell like space French fries, but other than that, like that makes the ride. I remember the rumors when that ride was in development. You're like, you're going to get in a ride vehicle, then you're going to leave the ride vehicle. There'll be like a scene that you go through, and then you get into another ride vehicle. And we were like, how is that going to work? And then it turns out that the first ride vehicle is that simulator turntable. So cool how that ride works, man. If you break it down sometime, it's great. So complex, so many sensors. I'm amazed it works. There's 2 complete different tracks in the game and the ride. Autonomous vehicles, that black droid, super cool, man. So Skeleton Crew, I don't know. If they announce that that's what it is, I will be reassured because it's got to be better than any of the movies that aren't the original trilogy. Just make Empire Strikes Back, would you? What the heck? So we'll see what that has to bring. I'm going to have to go prep and get some Diet Coke for this live stream I'm doing. Perfect Storm Gaming. I'll be streaming with them here in like 20 minutes. So I'm going to go get my my prep in order. Good old Screamscape rumors. Oh my God, dude. Screamscape has not been relevant since like 2002. This was like Mice Age rumors. Don, have you done Spooky Buttercabs? I have, and I got a story about it. Let me see if these guys are texting me yet. Pinmonk is sending me my quiet fans. I'm sick of it, dude. $20 a machine. I'm going to quiet down this row of Stearns back here. Stupid. It is I who have failed. Is this Ray Dude guy like the Ray Day guy, or is that like a different guy? Retro Ralph's hilarious texting me. All right, so I've done a Spooky Buttercab on Scooby-Doo because that art was just so phenomenal. And I would want to do Butter Cabinet on every game because it's amazing. Every game works. The more you like the art, the more you'll like the butter. You got to be careful not to scratch it. That's the main drawback from it. You can scratch up a decal, rip it off, and throw a new one on. And it's it's still really difficult, but it's not like, it's doable, right? But if you scratch the butter cabinet, that's it. Light scratches you can probably buff out. So I was getting ready to sell my Scooby-Doo, and I had managed to not scratch the whole thing the entire time I had it. And then I was going through and just making sure everything was secured, and I had to screw something down, so I had my drill next to me. And I set my drill on a table. And then when I was ready to finally fold down the back box and pull it out and wrap it up, the drill fell off of the stool, and just the bit went down and just nicked Scooby's nose. And I'm like, I'm shipping this thing right now. This is the last 10 seconds I'm going to own this game. I'm wrapping it up. Now you're going to get scratched? Now? I was able to buff it, and stuff, but it's damn it. But the whole time I had it, I couldn't stop touching it. You can't keep your hands off it. It's great. It feels just like a play field. I love it. Love the butter cab. I wish it was $600. Then it would be no joke, added to everything. But it's not. It's $1,400. And I realize that's the cost to get it made. And I've seen other people that have tried to direct print, and it's not the same. There's so much care and artistry and skill that has to go into pulling that off that not everybody can just do it. So you got to wait a little bit longer, and you got to pay a lot more money. But God, it looks good, man. It looks good. So if it's a game and you're gonna have it for a while, I kind of regret not doing it for Evil Dead. But I have to make these purchasing decisions, and then, later on get the game, and it's we had enough money to go ahead and do that. So, this cabinet is fantastic. I don't know if TCM I would do it. Of course, it looks good, but, that art's not as outstanding as some of the others. You could do it to Looney Tunes, but, I don't know, the bang for the buck is there. Evil Dead deserves it. Scooby-Doo deserves it. Halloween even. And actually, I wouldn't mind butter coating the standard version of TCM because I don't know. I like that look, man. You know, but it's fine. But, you know, if you're just going to have it for a couple of months and play it and move it on, it's probably not worth it. But, like, if you're going to hold on to it for a while, yeah, I would. And spooky games, like, you can hold on to them and the code just keeps getting better and better and better. You know, I don't know if I would have butter cabbed Ultraman. Maybe Halloween, but definitely Scooby-Doo. Definitely Evil Dead. And it makes every one look better. So, you know, I just didn't want to, like, you know, I have to do that for every one of them. And it's like, oh my God. All right. Okay. We're going to prep for this live stream. Follow me over there at Perfect Storm Gaming is what they're called. And that'll kick off in about 15, 20 minutes. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. Other than I'm going to talk about games. I can talk about games. I'll talk about Star Wars. I know nerd culture, dude. Come on. Look at this. Look at all this. I hope Spooky has a DC license. Dude, me too, man. Me too. Because I think people want Wonder Woman. People want Superman. I don't think so. I think stick with Batman, dude. Batman, Harley Quinn, Joker. Do them right. You do them right, then you can have your Superman, whatever. Have your Wonder Woman, whatever. I won't even care at that point. But do a good Batman, man. I'll butter cabinet the Batman. It's the Batman. We got to butter cabinet him. I wish Batman 66 was a better game. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Be cool to yourself.